Hi, I'm Jerry James Stone, and in today's video, I'm gonna make something really special. This delicious vegetarian shepherd's pie. Now, obviously, most shepherd's pie is not vegetarian, as I think it has like lamb or whatever, but this one is super tasty. It has mushrooms, it has these green lentils, it's high in protein, it's high in flavor, and it's topped off with this wonderful sour cream mashed potatoes. I think you're really gonna love it. If you're looking for something really hearty to serve during the winter season or also just for the holidays, I think this is a really great recipe. If you want to make it vegan, also super easy to modify. Just don't make the sour cream mashed potatoes, make the mashed potatoes as you would, and everything else is perfectly good. Okay, so let's get to it, right? Okay, so we're gonna start off by making our filling, and I just have some olive oil and some mirepoix. For those of you that are unfamiliar with that, it's just a ratio of onions, carrots, and celery. It's 2 parts onion, 1 part celery, 1 part carrot. So we're just gonna cook this until the onions actually begin to brown a little bit. We just wanna really develop that base flavor. So the onions are getting some color here, so I just added in some minced garlic, and I'm just gonna cook it for another minute, just over a medium-low heat. Okay, so I'm gonna add in some salt, a little bit of cracked black pepper, some Italian seasoning, and just saute that a little bit. Now I've added in some sliced brown mushrooms. By the way, did you know that baby brown mushrooms are actually just baby portobellos? I just want to cook these down a little bit. You might have to add the mushrooms in batches, because if you get the mushrooms too close together, you're going to get a lot of excess liquid that gets trapped and doesn't cook off. And that'll make your mushrooms a lot less flavorful and also a little soggy. So we don't want to do that. So I'm just going to cook this down. Okay, that's looking pretty good. This is a good opportunity to check the flavor. So taste the mushrooms, taste the mixture, see what you think of it, if you want more salt or pepper or even more Italian seasoning. This is really the best time to taste it before we turn this into our shepherd pie filling. So I'm gonna turn the heat down to low. Okay, so I'm gonna add some flour to the mixture. And just go ahead and mix that all in until everything is fully coated. You should see no white flour. Now we're gonna add some broth. We're gonna add some red wine. And now we're gonna bring it to a boil. Okay, you just want to cook this for a few minutes until the sauce begins to thicken. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So now I'm going to add in some cooked green lentils. This is going to be really high on flavor and high on protein. It's a wonderful filling for the shepherd's pie. Your meat-eating friends won't even know it's vegetarian. Next, I'm going to add in some chopped kale and just cook it until it wilts. Okay, that's looking pretty decent there. Our filling is ready. Let's go make our mashed potatoes. Okay, so now we're gonna make the potato topping for our shepherd's pie. These are just potatoes that I boiled in some salted water until they were fork tender. Now I'm gonna go ahead and mash them. How easy is that? Okay, so now we're gonna add in our other ingredients. We have some half and half. We're making a sour cream mashed potato for our topping. So of course we need some sour cream, some butter, and some salt. Now we're just gonna work these ingredients into our potatoes. We're gonna fold in some freshly chopped dill. Try not to get it all over the place like I did. And then our last ingredient, an egg yolk. This is just used to bind the potatoes when we bake it. It'll stay nice and firm on top of our filling. Of course, if you're vegan, you don't have to make these sour cream mashed potatoes. You can easily just use your favorite mashed potato recipe. But I just really like this with the mushroom and lentil filling that we made. I'm gonna make sure you mix in all that egg though. Okay, there we go. Let's get this on top of our filling. Now we're just gonna dollop the mashed potatoes across the top. I suggest starting with the outer layer because there's nothing worse than if you don't have your shepherd's pie completely covered by mashed potatoes. Okay, there's probably a few things worse, but in the course of this recipe, there is not. I'm just gonna smooth out the top here. Don't want to have any of the filling exposed, and get as much of the mashed potato against the corners as you can. Try not to press down too hard or you'll force the filling to squeeze up through the exposed parts. You just want to gently smooth it out, make sure all the gaps are covered. This is looking pretty tasty. Can't wait to serve this. Okay. Of course, this is totally optional, but I'm just going to take a large serving fork and create a little bit of a texture over the top. I just like the way it looks. Now I'm going to top the whole thing off with some black pepper. And we're going to pop it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. Okay, it's all nice and baked, so let's get in there. See how this baby looks. Oh yeah. Okay, so what'd you think? I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also, subscribe if you haven't yet, because hey, you know what? I have lots of videos coming. And if there's something that you want to see or something that you think about this video, just drop me a comment. I love to reach out, hear from you. It'll be great. I'll see you guys next time, and hey, go eat some shepherd's pie, all right?